It's Week 15 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Raiders on Thursday night.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once more, here's Eckler. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers' first
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's got it to Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Xander Horvath, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Taken in at the 22. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert back to the air. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome. A big test for the Saints as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team. And
able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That second down play nets a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll let this go for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Garoppolo again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 21 yards there on third down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 41-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Herbert now. It's Williams on the catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. Herbert on first down now. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Garoppolo, pass complete to Myers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And room there to work it inside the 25. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, course, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Play action. It's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Still on his feet. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 112 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now after after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Landry. Landry brushes him off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Garoppolo on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Looking deep for Adams. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
He is just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down at 7. Herbert back to the air. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Herbert throwing again. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 15. 1:50 to play. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 two-point conversion mixed in there as well. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Chargers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey,